The Disney Vibes Podcast, talking insider tips, tricks, and pixie dust. For the most magical place on Earth, here's Andrew and Heather.
Thank you, Mr. Voice. Welcome to episode 49 of the Disney Vibes Podcast. I am Andrew.
I am Heather.
Are you sure?
Yes, I am.
Every week I got to make sure you're ready to go.
Oh my God.
You know? Just checking.
Yes.
Disney
yes.
Vibes, brought to you by Magical Destinations Travel. You like us, our content, the show. Show your support by booking your next vacation, whatever that vacation may be, whether it be Disney World, all the Disney properties, cruise lines, all-inclusives, you name it, bookmdtravel.com. It costs you nothing. We sent out some information regarding we're onboarding new agents. Right?
Yes, onboarding new agents. Always looking for people who are enthusiastic or interested in travel.
Yeah,
maybe.
vacationing is just a positive thing. So If you like the vacation, definitely want to join our team. Reach out. We can definitely give you that information on how you can get started. Very easy to do. There is training and everything. So it's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. So, all right, Heather, how you feeling today?
How am I feeling? I'm feeling wonderful. We're down to single digits as we prepare for our Disney cruise. I'm so excited. That's my form of vacation. I've always said that.
Well, there's a lot of forms of vacation.
No, but I said it's my form. Everyone has preference. It's fine. Everything's fine. But for me, put me on a beach or something with palm trees and sun, and I'm
with you. Cruising's just a whole different thing. But there is a lot. There's a lot of things to do as well.
Right.
So, compared to like if you go to an all-inclusive and you're going to like a beach, you're going to beach it. You're not going to really leave the resort.
Right.
A cruise, you have excursions and so on and so forth. So.
Right. No, exactly. So again, I know Andrew's form of a vacation is going on an Alaskan cruise, and
no, it's
I'm not there yet.
No. It's not just Alaskan cruise. I said it's just no. I am very excited about our cruise, so don't put words in my mouth. I just think an Alaskan cruise, they say, it's majestic. So I think at some point you have to, whatever. You know what? When it comes around, what goes around comes around. Karma. Where's the Taylor Swift song? Karma.
I'm not dissing that. I'm just saying.
You just did.
I said I'm not there yet.
Okay.
And I will be. Sure, I will be. But
it's on a cruise ship. It's going to be great.
I need my palm trees.
Yes. I love the warm weather and am excited about this cruise as well. We will be hitting up the Western Caribbean. I actually was just looking at our itinerary, but I know we're going to Jamaica, Cozumel, Costa Maya, Grand Cayman, and Castaway Cay. So those are all the places we will be hitting. I was looking at the shows. We are going with friends, another family that we are very close with. So we're excited that, that's going to be great because the kids will have each other in addition to the kids club. So they'll just, sayonara, see you later. They'll be all set, and taken care of in that regard. But they have the Aladdin show, they have the Believe show, they have the Frozen show, they have Pirate Night. I was already scoping out which movies are going to be playing in the Walt Disney Theater. They're all first-run movies, so Haunted Mansion, Elemental, Guardians 3.
I saw the new Ant-Man. They posted
Quantum Mania? Okay.
So, but the funny thing with that is the last time we went on a Disney cruise, I think the first
It was the
Ant-Man
first. Yeah,
was out.
It wasn't Ant-Man and Wasp. It was Ant-Man.
Yeah, it was the first one.
Yes.
Crazy.
And we didn't watch it on there, though, because it was also Incredibles 2, and that's the one we did see.
Yeah, well, our kids were younger.
Right. They didn't get the whole Marvel thing at that point. Right. So, of course, you can download the Disney Vibes podcast. Make sure you subscribe and follow wherever you get your podcast from. If you like the content, help us out by providing feedback and a rating as well. We greatly appreciate your support. Okay. Where is your joke?
My joke is right here. Oh, hold on. I had it. It's a Frozen joke. It is. Okay. What do you call Elsa when she locked herself in her room for years?
I don't know.
Isolated.
Oh, my goodness. All right. Wah, wah, wah.
It was good.
All right. Would you rather have the genie grant you 3 wishes?
Oh.
Or have a fairy godmother give you a full makeover?
Oh. My instinct goes with fairy godmother because I would love that. But the most logical, the one that makes more sense is the 3 wishes. But again, it's like you can't wish for more wishes, right?
Well, that's like what they would say.
Rule number 1.
Right. And I got my notes just to, completely make sure I'm accurate. So day or night 2 on the cruise is formal night with the Aladdin show. Now, this is the 7-night sailing on the Fantasy. Whether you're doing Eastern or Western Caribbean, it doesn't change. So formal night, Aladdin show, and silver anniversary at sea, fireworks. Night 3 is Frozen show. Day 4, Pirate Night and Fireworks. Day 6 is Semi-Formal Night. And Day 7, the last one, is the Believe show. So you do have all of those shows. 3 shows and 2 sets of fireworks. And Silver Anniversary, 25 years is why there's some extra bling and things going on for Disney Cruise Line. It's just a great time to be going on a cruise.
I don't remember the 2 sets of fireworks last time.
There wasn't. There was only one. That's why
goodness.
I said Silver Anniversary at sea.
Oh. Sorry, missed that part. Okay, got
Yes.
it. Cool.
Yep. All right, very good.
Cool.
Lots of news came out, and we'll get to the news in a minute. But Heather, let's talk about and recap our trip to Disneyland.
Our trip.
It was a
to
whirlwind,
Disneyland.
2 days.
2 days. So we did rental car. That's what we drove a rental car.
Like she's driving through Toontown.
We
Toontown out there is better. I mean, there is no Toontown in Disney World. Toontown's cool. The kids
No, the
had a
kids wanted
blast.
to stay there. All right, so time out. So we drove through, where is it, Anaheim, right?
Oh, well, we
Drove
went to
into
Anaheim and drive through it.
And we stayed at the
Grand Californian.
Californian.
So let's talk about that first. Gorgeous hotel.
Yes.
Mimics the Wilderness Lodge in Disney World, with the Pacific Northwest theming. Rooms were great, right? They were taken care of. The lobby was gorgeous. The piano, the theming was done right. A lot of pools, 3 pools. The bars, food was good. We ate there one night. We didn't go to the character experience there or anything because we wanted to maximize time in the park. The big thing, which is, you cannot top, is its location. You go through security just with a one little pass, right? There's 2 different areas. You go through security like you're automatically going into Disneyland or Disney's California Adventure, because it drops you right into downtown Disney, which is equivalent to Disney Springs in Florida.
Right, but what the thing is you go through Okay, so you come out, you go into Disney Springs, and then you walk, and then you're at a point where you can either go
left to Disneyland or right to California Adventure.
Right. So park hopping is just within distance. You don't need a form of transportation to do that. So it was very beneficial to stay at the Grand Californian to take advantage of both avenues where they wanted to go into
any of the Disneyland hotels. So you have Paradise Pier, Pixar Pier. Sorry, it's been rebranded, which is walking distance. You just got to cross the main drag there. And
we got Crossroad, right.
Disneyland Hotel. So you could go to either one. Grand Californian is the closest. So, all 3 of those hotels are fine. There isn't, a lot of transportation options. It's not a transportation system like it is in Florida.
No, not at all.
You don't need it.
Because it's so close to one another.
Yeah, built downtown Anaheim pretty much.
Yep.
So
that was cool. That was fun being able, and God, we went there 8 years ago. So I was like, oh, we're in Disneyland. No, we're in, Disney Springs. So it was just a lot to kind of
No, downtown Disney.
Sorry. Same thing.
Wrong area of the world. Yes.
That's what I mean.
It is. And it was fine. We ate at a restaurant, a tap house, a brewery at downtown Disney, which was really good one night.
We stayed, so our room was actually right above the big
World of
Disney
Disney.
store.
Yeah, World of Disney.
So
yeah. So Grand Californian was great. Awesome time. The kids had a blast at the pool the first night there. The amenities were great, and overall it was good. So that was great. Disneyland, thoughts? Okay. Right on. No, Disneyland was fine. Now, a lot of people are like, oh, did you do this? Did you do that? Well, we went to Toontown because that's something different. We did go on Runaway Rail, and we compared it exactly the same, right? I'm trying to think what else. We didn't go on Peter Pan. Most of the rides are all the same. Small World is a completely different experience. It goes inside and outside, and the Small World, building and attraction is just different. It's much
ginormous,
better.
right?
Yeah, it's much better. So,
so there was a Pinocchio ride or something with the whale.
Yes,
that we didn't do.
we didn't get on that one. We got on the other submarine one, but not that one.
The old school Cars, but it was sponsored by Honda, which I thought was different because I don't think there's any sponsorship in the one in Disney
I think
World.
it's Enterprise. Right?
Okay.
In Disney World.
We did a Finding Nemo submarine type ride, which was cool. It was different. That was the only thing that Braden wanted to do towards the end of the night, and it was fine.
The Matterhorn, that was a big one. That's what we hit up first.
What is that?
Roller coaster.
Roller coaster. Oh God, yeah, roller coaster. Wasn't prepared for a roller coaster first thing. Y'all know I need Dramamine. I didn't take it that morning, but it was all good. I survived.
Yep.
So that's Disneyland. Now in Disneyland, you have Star Wars Land.
Well, Galaxy's Edge.
Same thing.
It's in that. Yes, that's there, not California Adventure.
Correct. So again, like if you compare it to Disney World,
it's
Galaxy's Edge.
They're completely the same.
Right. So yeah, they exactly the same. However, they have different people, and we did not. Well, as of now, we did not see Mando.
No, we didn't.
We did have interactions with Kylo Ren.
Yep.
We waved to Chewie and Rey.
Mm-hmm.
What I thought was very interesting is the droid.
You saw the droids.
The droid depot. You could just like walk right in. You didn't need a reservation, which
compared to Florida.
Every time that we go, you need a reservation and it's out the door. So that was interesting to notice the difference.
There's not as much restaurants. That's one thing. If you think about it, there's not, because we ate at Cafe Orleans, which was good. Yeah, I know. You don't like the Southern food.
Oh, gosh. No,
New Orleans Square. It was good. Jambalaya was good.
So as travel agents, we like to be able to try the most popular dish at places.
The Monte Cristo.
And I expanded my palate, I guess you could say. And I just know that sometimes that type of food is just not what I would prefer, but I had it. It was fine because we need to try it. We need to be able to say,
what was it?
This and that.
We had the soup. What did we have?
That
we wanted to have soup.
It was
the gumbo. Yes.
It was gumbo. That
Jameson
was good. Loved it.
Ate the whole thing.
Yep. So we shared a gumbo, and then
we got the jambalaya, right? Or the pot, seafood pot.
I got it was spicy. I got the seafood pot. No. I don't know, seafood pot, and then the Monte Cristo.
Well, we split them, Monte Cristo.
And we split them. And my first time ever having a Monte Cristo sandwich was interesting. It's heavy, but like it's weird, but whatever. It's the thing. So I tried it.
Well, Cafe Orleans is, besides Carnation Cafe, it's one of the best, restaurants out there, and you have to experience it, like you just mentioned, to go and understand what the food's like. But overall, the food options are limited, but you are literally right there with downtown Disney, so that's why there's more food options that you walk in and out, of the parks, for that reason. Or if you're park hopping, you can go across to California Adventure. So, we also at California Adventure, that was day one, so that kind of wrapped up, right?
Well, yeah, but we did see, because where we ate was right next to where Splash Mountain was being
Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Yep.
So we saw actually.
Well, that's because that's in New Orleans Square there,
right?
So and they're going to create a restaurant based off of that.
Right. So we saw all the the signage with saying like, coming soon. So that was, fine. We did see that they were working on her tiara, I want to say, on top.
Mm-hmm.
Haunted Mansion we went on because also the movie just came out.
Yep.
So
wasn't too long of a wait, and Disneyland already has the Hatbox Ghost. We're waiting for Disney World to get the Hatbox Ghost, but it shouldn't take that long. I mean, I don't know. They were refurbing it in Disney World. It was going to be down for a couple days, so I wonder if that's what they were putting the projection in conjunction with opening up Haunted Mansion, the movie. But I don't know if they are. Okay. I'm not sure. So. But Hatbox Ghost was there. If you blinked, you missed him. But
I think I blinked.
Right. He's got the box with Hatbox Ghost. He's got the hat in it.
I definitely wasn't paying attention.
One of the most popular characters.
I need to watch the movie.
Anyway.
Okay, so I'm trying to think. Was
That's it.
there
And then we
anything
had
else?
fireworks. We saw a little. We didn't get a great spot for fireworks that we wanted to, and then we tried to move, and then that just foiled the whole plan. So it was not very beneficial in that regard.
Right. I mean, again, we saw the fireworks. We did not see the projections on the
Castle.
castle. But I mean, we were there.
Well, we saw them in on the water.
Yes, so that was another thing that I think is smart on their part, is that knowing that there might be not a lot of room to see from the castle, the front way, that they take advantage of. What is that structure of water called? The river?
Rivers of America.
Rivers of America, where they do projections and music and everything there. So I think that was fine. It was a nice touch.
Yes. So it was great, and then we went to bed.
And then we went to
And then the next day we got up, went to California Adventure.
Can we time out, talk for a second about what's included in your stay? That is where I can see when you're at the Grand Californian, you have the influence of the Wilderness Lodge, right? So like that, more the ambiance.
Yep.
But then you have the Grand Floridian's touches of, you get slippers, you get robes, you get all these like bottle things, which they're not doing many of the bottle, like lotion dispensers and all that.
It's more mass
It's
quantity.
more of like, well, no, it's like more like on the,
Right, they're just filling them.
right. It's not like portable ones. Anyways, so we had these robes, and these robes are magical. Just so you know, they're so comfortable.
Hold on. Heather's going to go on her soapbox right now, folks. All right?
No, I'm just
She
saying.
needs to go on her soapbox
The robes
because
are
she's got a robe fetish.
I do. I love robes. They are like my thing. And it's just, they were so comfortable. Whenever I could be in it, I was in it. I'm like, don't, it's my vacation. We
Fine.
actually had to, our rooms, the girl who did our room, the housekeeper, she was great.
Housekeeping.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jameson went up to her, can I have more slippers? She put them in a nice little bag for him. So it was great.
Now, the slippers, I mean, you could take them home, but they're not.
Yeah,
You're
no,
gonna-
couldn't take the robes home, although I would
No, and the difference is, so it's a different level of accommodations. It's their, I don't want to say flagship because the Disneyland Hotel is out there, but it is just like Grand Floridian. It is probably their flagship, hotel out there because they do have spas in both of these as well compared to all the other resorts. They may not have them where they have the massage and the salon services and all of those things. So you have all of those to regain your internal balance using that spa or whatever at the Grand Californian. It's got, it's really tied into California's natural beauty, and obviously being right there, it's got all the premium perks that you may have. But that is a unique hotel. It definitely defines grandeur at its finest, out there. I know they do have now the Disneyland. That is their only DVC resort until the villas open up in September at the Disneyland Hotel, which looks great. So there are more options out there as well. But, it is something definitely to experience at least once and see if you like it, over there. But, it's close. There's just so many things right there that make things very easy. And that's the nice part. Parking, a little bit more challenging because you got to park across the street. There is, of course, valet, but there is parking. But you're in downtown Anaheim, so it's a little bit more of a challenge in that regard.
right. And
So-
then you still had to pay for parking.
Right. I
Right.
mean,
it was, whatever,
different.
but you paid per day?
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Per night. Yep. So, all right. So then the next day we went to California Adventure, and the big thing that we wanted to talk about. So there are a couple things. One, Avengers Campus. I know everybody's like, ooh, okay. It's great to experience it. We saw some of the skits and role playing they did with Black Panther out there. We went to Pim's Test Kitchen, got a huge pretzel that
was
fed
delicious.
4 of us. Overall, it's cool, but it's not like I'm dying to go back to Avengers Campus. Web Slingers was great, don't get me wrong, and it's pretty much like Toy Story Midway Mania. And then of course you could buy all these extra things to help you shoot the spiders even more, like you're slinging webs, right? And your best Spider-Man, action. So that was cool. Tower of Terror, aka Guardians of the Galaxy out there,
God.
right? Big difference theming wise. Braden actually went on it. because of the storyline, and it was well done with with how Guardians is incorporated into it. And if you rewatch the Guardians movies, you can see why it's like that. I think it was 2017 it got branded out there as Guardians. The coaster in Florida is much better, obviously, if you want a coaster. But if you do like the up down, of the attraction, it's fine. The only other thing about Avengers Campus, I don't know.
Okay, so when I think, this is how I kind of rationalize it. When I think of a themed area, Toy Story Land, Galaxy's Edge, you're like immersed in the movies, basically. Like it comes to life. That was not the case for Marvel.
Well, they do
Campus.
have the Avenger, like the main Avenger Campus is the Avenger Campus. It was built just like that.
Okay, so it's just very what's the word I'm looking for? Metal like very like Stark, I guess. What Stark?
Tony
Enterprises?
Stark, yeah.
I know, but like it's just buildings. That's all it was. It was just like these buildings, and I don't know, web slingers to me.
It was fine.
You're going like this or like this. I'd rather
it's like this.
No, well, the person next to me kicked my butt in like this.
You mean Jameson?
No, you guys were behind me. No, it was this girl next to me. There's 4 of us. So Sophia was here, I was here, and I was going like this at first. And then the girl next to me was like high-fiving it all, and she like blew me away in the first like spot. So I stole her approach, and I still didn't win. But
Yeah.
anyways.
Okay.
It was for your
It was fine.
Spider-Man.
It was an experiment. Am I going to die to go back again? No. I mean, it was great.
Hard no.
That's not a hard no. I mean, if I'm there, I'm going to go to it, right? But what I will say is I think the crown jewel, or maybe there's a couple of them, right? I mean, Avengers Campus is fine, but Cars Land, Route 66,
yes.
that's an immersion thing,
Yes,
right? Because
100%.
literally you're walking by and there's a cozy cone as big as you, well, taller than you.
Right.
So you have all of that, and Radiator Springs Racers, which was down. It reminds me of Rise. That is the most popular ride, I think. There, you have to pay for it, literally. But we were able to get on it, Braden and I, and it was fun, right? Same kind of thing. I don't think it goes as fast as Test Track, but it was very similar in theme, but themed with cars.
Right. So
You're immersed in it that way.
that, like you said, they did it. They were on point with that land, that section.
Yeah, Route 66 right there, all the way.
Yep,
Boom.
I agree. What I wasn't able to experience that ride with you and Braden because
We had to
I
divide
was
and
over
conquer.
in Pixar Pier,
Right.
which again,
I love it. It looks great.
It-
The theming.
yes and no.
Really?
I mean,
I think it's great with the Ferris wheel with
No,
Mickey
no.
on it and
I
the
think-
credit coaster going in the background. And
Right.
It reminds me of Boardwalk, but with rides.
So 100%. It reminds me of an awesome boardwalk, but does it remind me of Pixar? No.
Well, that's the theming. Incredicoaster's there, right? Incredibles is Pixar.
No, I know that. Okay, so time out. So you have like the incredible arch that shows that you're going into the Incredible Coaster.
Right. And they
okay.
have the lamp for Pixar
then
as you
you
walk
have-
in. Remember?
Right, the lamp on top. Yep. So they're subtle
They do
touches.
the little subtle touches,
But
yes.
that wasn't always Pixar Pier, right?
No, it was Paradise.
It was Paradise Pier.
Right.
So they got some time to like try to do. I think they could influence it a little bit more. But what happened was, ideally, Jameson and Sophia were going to go on Incredicoaster, and this was our fail as parents, as travel agents. Okay, let's divide and conquer. Jameson chose which one he wanted to go on, without us realizing he wasn't tall enough.
Yeah, he's a couple inches short, which I think is
And
ridiculous
we'll get
because,
there.
I mean, listen, whatever.
Well, you go upside down. The poor kid needs
Yeah,
to be
but okay,
safe.
fine. But Expedition Everest is a challenging. You go backwards in that, Guardians Coaster, it's smooth. Space Mountain, all of them. I mean,
You're
whatever.
an engineer now.
Yeah, exactly. But I think he would have been fine on it, but whatever. It is what it is. Yes, he didn't get to go on. We divided and conquered in that regard. And then the other favorite part that I know we had spoken about prior to our trip was going to San Francisco Square, which
Oh.
is not fully open yet. The bridge was still closed, but I will say the food options were fantastic. The sushi, your margarita, everything was good. All the food we had was great.
I agree that it was basically an outdoor food court.
Well, it's a
But
pier.
it wasn't, but it was great because,
Pacific
and
Wharf.
we mobile ordered for us, not for Sophia. And that's
Right.
something that I want to point out. Again, if you have any type of dietary restrictions, sensitivity, do not mobile order. You cannot risk having that, your requests honored when you do mobile ordering because they are just getting it out as fast as they can. So we ended up ordering, Sophia and I ended up ordering Chinese food, which was excellent.
It was good. I had it. Yeah,
Andrew had
chicken.
Chinese food.
Yep.
Braden had, it was kind of like a deli feel, maybe like more of an American. They had bread bowls. You can get macaroni and cheese in a bread bowl.
Yeah.
Ooh, too heavy for that.
Yeah, it was
Too
good, though.
hot. So there was that. There was a Mexican type restaurant. That's where I got a margarita, and that's all I think I got was a margarita. What Jameson get?
I don't remember.
Oh, he got Chinese food too, I think.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Anyways, great experience. But again, like I said, there were actually 2 instances where we felt as if our
Their attention to detail is not as strong as Disney Cruise Line and Walt Disney World.
bam.
There you go.
100%.
Summarize it.
So we just had an instance where we felt like her food wasn't prepared the way it should have been, and went with
2
that.
instances, right?
Yep. Went with the first one was clear. Like her burger came out on a bun. We're like, she can't eat that because we requested a lettuce wrap. Fine. Sent it back. I asked for the chef to come out. Everything's
We were
fine.
fine.
Everything good. Second instance was a little bit more tricky, but we were able to determine
We figured it out. It's all
that
good.
it was good.
And
But
Disney
anyways,
made up for it, so it's
they
all
did.
good.
They absolutely did. So
Yeah,
just
we're good. Finally, I want to talk about the highlight, I think, is the World of Color at night. They do a fantastic job with all of those sprinklers and all of the water fountains and the water projection screens and everything. They do it right. That show in the water. And we had a great spot for that. We did. We didn't pay for the dessert spot, but we had a great spot where we were able to see everything. It was definitely, I'd say, a highlight. You could post some mini videos of it.
I can.
Or
So,
pictures.
Hold on though, but we queued that, right?
We did. We virtual queued it to get in. Yes.
Oh, we didn't talk about Rogers. By the way.
And that's the other
Do
one.
that. We got okay. So
Yeah.
we'll transition to that in a minute.
That was the other thing I want to talk about at
Yep.
Avengers Campus.
So you had the virtual queue in order to get certain sections to watch the World of Color. So when Andrew was still finishing up with Braden over in Cars Land, after Sophia went on the Incredible ride, we went over and I secured our seats or
Standing spots.
area.
Yeah.
And was it the ideal area? No, but it was really close enough. Like we could.
Well, the ideal area is more of a paid one
here.
too, and
Right.
again, you got to get there early if you want the best,
Right.
or if you don't want to get wet or what have you. So
And I think we were there at least an hour beforehand.
about that, yeah.
So-
I'd say so, yeah.
Yep. Very cool. There's a big push in the Moana movie, I feel like, because I think it's also being kind of like all the things they're doing over in Epcot.
I wouldn't say they pushed that more than
Well,
anything
I-
because
well,
Star
they
Wars was
brought her
there,
out. No,
all
no.
the Avengers.
They had that, but they also now incorporated her into the parade. They never had Moana and Maui in the parade.
Fair.
Mulan was, I think, heavily influenced,
Mm.
which is, I mean, it's all great, but it was just interesting to see, like, it weren't your classics
Right.
as it used to be. So
I like how they always end with Walt, a clip
yeah,
of Walt
well, I think he spoke in the beginning.
in the
at
beginning and end. Yeah,
Yep.
that's
Yep.
high class.
So
First
now
class
I
there.
have the full full Star Wars, and I believe the full Avengers World of Color snippets. So I'll put that on our socials. And you can
Yes,
take a peek.
please.
Very cool.
Lastly, we did talk about it. And it's a limited time showing. Is Rogers the Musical, which we did have to do a virtual queue for. We did get the first one of the day, first showing of the day. It was excellent. The kids they watched it the entire time, about 30 minutes. It's basically the first movie, but Broadway, for Captain America: The First Avenger, and it was great. They did the actors, everything was phenomenal. The music was great. It was just well done. With that, I think they're doing 4 shows a day, and I think it's only through September. But maybe they'll extend that. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, and then which was really cool is that they also had other Marvel characters integrated into it, just like when they're theming or as they sang. But no, very cool. And the theater itself, you could bring in snacks, and it was air conditioned.
Yeah,
so it's a nice way to kind of cool off.
That's it. Well, I think that's the way to put a bow on our trip. I mean, it was a quick 2 days. To check out Disneyland. As far as how many days you would need at Disneyland, you could probably use 4. I'd say 2 in each park, just so you don't, rush through everything. And, you could have some downtown Disney time as well. But I would say that's, that and I don't think you need a park hop. You can definitely just do one park per day if you want. So, all right, I want to hit, I mean, we're going to have to record again soon in regards to food and wine because that has kicked off at Epcot, and we will talk about that. But there's a couple things I want to hit. Just there's a lot of specials going on right now. Some are Disney-focused. One is Disneyland Resort holiday season dates and details have been revealed. The holidays begin there November 10th through January 7th, which coincides with everything with no more park reservations needed and food dining plans coming back on January 9th of 2024. So that is something that we want to make sure that the guests are going to be able to create those special memories and those treasured traditions with the holiday offerings around the resort. They're going to have obviously dazzling projections and fireworks with Sleeping Beauty's Winter Castle and snap a photo with Mickey Mouse in his all-new holiday outfit in Disneyland Park. They will have multiple cultural celebrations at DCA, the California Adventure Park, with the Festival of the Holidays to make sure that they're celebrating there. The decor will be all throughout the Disneyland Resort. It'll be decorated, with winter attire in 80-degree weather, nonetheless.
So crazy.
Yeah. And then World of Color, Season of Light will fill Paradise Bay with the spirit of togetherness and love as hundreds of the fountains illustrate warm moments from Disney animated films. So they're going to have all those things going on. There will be some special things that they have not announced just yet. For example, a Sip and Savor Pass will be coming out that will allow them to go to the event as well. So they'll have some special food offerings, as Disney often does around the holidays. So they are having those specials. I think it's 30% off at Disneyland, and we know the Walt Disney World specials are still ongoing pretty much through the end of the year that we mentioned in our last episode. So they do have that as well. They also put out a Florida-only 2-day pass where you only get to go to Epcot and Animal Kingdom. So clearly that's articulating and showing us that
those are the 2 parks.
Those are the 2 parks that are lacking in attendance. Now,
Epcot.
Yeah,
Interesting.
Here's the thing. They offer that right before Food and Wine. So it'll be interesting to see now that Food and Wine has started if Epcot's attendance is as low, right, compared to Hollywood Studios and Magic Kingdom. Magic Kingdom is obviously number 1. I don't know. We'll see. Again, I feel like they're doing a lot more there for kids, and maybe that's why most of them go to Hollywood Studios and Magic Kingdom, because there's just more attractions for children. So the other thing is the new Disney 100 experiences are coming to Epcot this September. So that is fully underway for the 100th anniversary, and it's going to start late September, specifically at Epcot. So Epcot's going to be the center of the Disney 100 celebration at Walt Disney World, marking not only the century of magic innovation, but ushering in the future as the multi-year transformation of that park is finally wrapping up. Hey. So it'll be debuting on September 22nd. They're going to have all kinds of Disney 100 backdrops located at all 4 theme parks and Disney Springs in Florida. You'll be able to have your picture with Platinum Mickey Mouse, which is almost like a Steamboat Willie, honestly, is the way that it looks. And the all-new mural at the Heart of World celebration to see how many of the 100 Disney character guests can find in the incredible scene. So that's going to be an expansive mural located along the walkway to World Showcase and will feature some of your favorite characters hidden throughout the various neighborhoods at Epcot. And it's going to be Disney 100 Platinum banners and decor throughout the park. Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse will be in their Platinum Best in at the Pavilion. Spaceship Earth will light up with special colors for the Disney 100 anthem, and it'll be a unique rendition of When You Wish Upon a Star.
So I just Googled really quick when did Disney start? Obviously 100, but I
Oh my
wanted to make
gosh.
sure that I knew, well, like what part? Was it Mickey Mouse? No. Was it this, that?
It was Steamboat Willie.
Right. So October 16th.
Correct. So that's why.
1923. I know 100 years, but I'm just
So
saying.
that's why they're kicking off end of September.
Right. October
You know?
16th.
So that's the whole, and Mortimer Steamboat Willie Mouse, right? It transformed over the years. 100 years total of Walt Disney pictures and his vision. Obviously, the parks did not start. We know we just celebrated the 50th anniversary for Walt Disney World, which was 1972, and Disneyland was 1955.
Yeah, so we're in six.
Well, we were there for the 60th
60th
anniversary in 2015. It'll be 70th in 2 years.
Boy.
So, they're kind of in between a round number. So they're going to have, of course, all kinds of exclusive gear, and they're going to have the premium popcorn balloon bucket, Mickey balloon bucket,
I like that.
Nah, I don't. So the celebration is going in conjunction. The Disney 100 will be from September 22nd to December 31st of 2023. So it's pretty much going to coincide with the Epcot International Food and Wine Festival and the Festival of the Holidays. So they're trying to bring more people into that park for that reason, because between Jollywood at Hollywood Studios and Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party at Magic Kingdom, they're trying to make sure that almost all the parks have something, with the exception, of course, Animal Kingdom, which is left in the dust.
This is only 3 months.
Correct.
I don't like it.
Well, they've been celebrating it at Disneyland on the West Coast for the majority of the year. So, since it kicked off.
Right. I do remember seeing it in displays, actually, when we walked it in the back of our hotel, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then there were definitely some areas in downtown Disney. But interesting. So this was at Epcot, and then Disney World celebrated, what'd you just say? What was the big celebration all this past year? 50 years, yeah.
Yep. Correct.
They just got lots of milestones.
Yes. So we have, obviously, Epcot Food and Wine kicked off last week, almost 2 weeks ago now, as well as some restaurants got some menus, which will tease, menu upgrades, and we'll talk about that as well in a future episode, in our next episode. I did want to mention, though, this is super important in regards to dining reservations. So, we had an episode a couple episodes ago about advanced dining reservations. Well, the entire process has been updated now for Disneyland and Walt Disney World. So they're rolling out all these enhancements to simplify planning and make your experience more convenient, so you spend more time enjoying your visit instead of trying to be on a mobile device trying to get your dining. Now, most people figure out their dining ahead of time, because you can do 60 days or 60 plus 10, depending upon how long you're staying. Now you're able to discover and book your reservations on the website or the app for both Disneyland and Walt Disney World. So basically, this is the two main things. You're going to have the visibility of all available reservation slots. So guests will be able to see their all reservation slots available for their selected dining location and time frame on the website and app. And then, right now, it only shows you a few available reservation slots. Now, I didn't test this out yet. I should, because we're going. Yeah. And see what's available now with what we did. But we always change things a million times anyways. But there's currently, you only see like 3 or 4, for your selected time frame. So that you're now going to see all of them based on that day. The other thing is the reservation slots are now going to be sorted by meal period. So reservation availability will be sorted by meal period, so you can view which menu is being served during the time of your reservation. So it'll be clearer whether the lunch or dinner menu is being served at 4 o'clock. So make sure you update your apps. I always find it easier. I think we talked about this. Use the website if you can to book your dining reservations. But if it looks a little different, now you know why, because they are trying to make the experience for guests simplified and more enjoyable. So that's all I got.
Interesting. I got caught up in looking at some of the creations for Food and Wine.
Yeah, save that.
On there.
That's another whole episode. We'll get on that before we leave. We will get on that as well. And I want to talk about Trails End, which is reopening. So, all right, Heather, where can they find us?
Oh, so you can find us on our socials. So Magical Destinations Travel Co. Hold on, getting down to where I need to be. Is our Instagram, and then on Facebook. I actually did a Facebook Live today. You can find us at Magical Destinations Travel. Twitter, Magical Destinations Trav.
Magical Dest Trav.
Excuse me.
Sorry.
Magical Dest Trav.
Can't have that. Well, it's not even Twitter anymore. It's X. Sorry, you got to make sure we update that. It's now
Very
X,
true.
formerly known as, right?
Yep.
Kind of like Prince.
And then YouTube, Magical Destinations Travel Company, but we're at Disney Vibes.
Yep.
And again, check us out on our website at bookmdtravel.com.
And definitely subscribe on the YouTube, just to get the alerts. That helps us out in making sure that we can keep doing what we do for all of you guys. And I believe on our next episode, we are going to have a guest. His name is Braden. He has done some research, and he is ready to, I believe, he's top 10 things to eat at Epcot Food and Wine. So he better make sure he's ready and he's done his research.
According to a 9-year-old.
Yes, well.
God, I almost thought he was 8. According to a 9-year-old. And
so top 10 foods for kids at Food and Wine.
There
you go. Experience it from the eyes of a 9-year-old. So, all right. So that will be soon. Till the next time, let the Disney vibes flow.
Find Disney Vibes for all your vacation needs on the web at bookmdtravel.com.